In this video, you will learn how to file a counterclaim against your landlord. This video is for people who are unable to find a lawyer to help them in court. If you think you need a lawyer to help you, please call the Eviction Right to Counsel Program at 833-837-4663 to see if we can help you. Even if we cannot represent you in court, we can answer questions to see if you have a good argument for a counterclaim. What is a counterclaim? A counterclaim means you are already in court facing eviction, but you think your landlord violated your lease and should owe you money. Common examples of counterclaims include your landlord not making repairs resulting in loss of personal property, locking you out of your home illegally, charging extra fees not mentioned in your lease, or discriminating against you by denying reasonable requests. If something like those examples has happened to you, you can file a counterclaim. To do so, please follow these steps. First, you will need to file the counterclaim form at the General Sessions Clerk's office. You can get a sample form to prepare at home at las.org/ertc/self-help, or you can ask for one at the General Sessions Clerk's office. There will be a small fee for you to pay for filing, but if you can't afford the fee, request a waiver by filling out an affidavit of indigency, which means you may not have to pay anything to file your counterclaim. Remember, even if you file a counterclaim, there is no guarantee you will win, and you may still be evicted. Most counterclaims are about money owed, not about whether you can stay in your place. Fill out the counterclaim form detailing what the landlord did wrong and how it affected you. This is your chance to write down exactly how your landlord violated your lease and the impact it had on you. It is important to always tell the truth when filling out the form. You do not need to include every detail, but do your best to explain exactly how your landlord violated your lease and how much you think you deserve for that violation. If you do not know how much you should write down, or are unsure if your landlord violated your lease, call the Eviction Right to Counsel Program at 833-837-4663 to see if we can help. After you have filed your counterclaim with the clerk's office, it is time to start getting ready for your court date. Start gathering evidence like pictures, receipts, emails, text messages, or anything you think could help you in your case. If you want people to come and testify on your behalf, you can ask the clerk's office for assistance. It is important to get to court early and give yourself extra time for traffic, parking, and security. For example, if court starts at 9, you should be outside your courtroom no later than 8:45. If you are late to your court date or do not show up, you will automatically lose your case. Try to look your best when you go to court. Imagine you are going to a job interview. You will want to wear clean, neat clothes and avoid shirts with pictures or holes if you can. When you get to court, it is important to find your courtroom quickly. Make sure you have copies of all the evidence that you plan to bring in a place that is easy to organize like a folder or binder. When the judge calls your name, be sure to stand up and clearly state that you are there. After, the attorney for your landlord will want to talk to you and see if there is an agreement you can come to before speaking with the judge. If you reach an agreement that you are okay with, you can sign. If you do not like what is being offered to you or do not understand what the attorney is offering, you do not have to sign. Remember, that attorney represents your landlord and not you. If you do not agree, you can ask to go in front of a judge. When you are in front of the judge, use respectful language, address them as your honor, and speak slowly and clearly. This is your chance to explain your side of the story. Tell the judge exactly what you want and why. This is why having evidence gathered is important. After you say your side, your landlord's attorney will explain the landlord's side. Then, the judge will make a decision. Be sure to get a final copy of the decision from the clerk's office. Remember, preparation and proof are key in court. By following the steps in this video, you will be able to file a counterclaim against your landlord if you are being evicted. If you have any questions about filing a counterclaim, please call the Eviction Right to Counsel Program at 833-837-4663.